Hi, I'm Renee Berry. I'm a Partner Development Manager with the Global Startup Program here at AWS, and I'm in the studio today with Joel.
Hi, I'm Joel. I'm co-founder and CEO of Parea AI.
Joel, what is Parea AI?
So Parea AI is an experimentation and annotation platform for AI engineers that are collaborating with subject matter experts. So you can think your lawyers, your health professionals, legal professionals.
Very cool. So like legal professionals are trying to get more like experiments with AI, and they can use Parea to do that experimentation?
So essentially what we've noticed is that you have these kind of vertical companies like legal tech. And so the engineers can obviously build really good experimentation pipelines, but they don't know if the answer is correct, right? So they need to work and collaborate with a lawyer. And so we bring both of those parties together.
Oh, very cool. And I understand you're a customer of one of the partners that I work with, Porter. So tell me a little bit about your experience with Porter.
Yeah, Porter has been great with us so far. We host our backend with them, and it allows us to keep all our infrastructure in AWS while still getting the benefits of our AWS credits.
Very cool. So what has been your favorite thing about Porter?
I think for me, the favorite thing personally is I'm a guy who likes metrics and numbers. And so whenever we're kind of deploying new applications, I'm checking our throughput, I'm checking the latency, and I'm also looking at the logs.
And do you feel like, I feel like as a startup, there's a lot of pressure around like how many different engineers do you have, and like how are you thinking about hiring as you're scaling? What has that thought process been like as a Porter customer?
Exactly. I think Porter is essentially like our external DevOps team. And so with them, they're able to help us manage and scale our backend services, and we can then continue focusing on product building.
Can you tell me a little bit more about what you mean by the DevOps team?
So I think essentially when we're looking at keeping our application essentially scalable, you can think if I was managing it myself, I would need someone to be looking at, how many nodes am I running my application on? Is it scaling correctly with like high traffic moments in our application? And now with Porter, all that's kind of managed and it's automatically scaling.
So tell me about what AWS services you're using with Porter.
So the main one is our EC2 instance to host the application. And then we have some additional ones like SQS and AWS Batch. And we've also got a lot of interest from our users to experiment with Amazon Bedrock. And so we expose that on our front end so people can test those models out.
Have you worked with AWS credits in Porter?
Yes. So when I was in Y Combinator, one of the benefits we have there is that we got AWS credits. And so with Porter, I'm able to utilize those since they're still using my AWS account.
And it's not a process where you have to go chase everything down?
No, it was actually automatic.
Okay.
We had to verify it ourselves by looking at our billing, but it's definitely there.
Nice. Great. How have you been thinking about compliance planning?
So we've been considering SOC 2 recently. A lot of our enterprise customers are also kind of thinking about compliance. And one thing I liked about Porter is that they have one-click SOC 2 compliance. And so usually it may take some time with the kind of legal aspects, but with at least infrastructure, that's kind of instant.
One-click SOC 2 sounds very cool, but what about the timing for this? Because I'm assuming it's not click of a button and then you're SOC 2 compliant. So how does that work?
Yeah, for the infrastructure, it's definitely like a click of a button. It's really awesome because they're managing the infrastructure already, and so they can make sure that it's happening in such a way that it's already SOC 2 compliant. So we still need to take care of the organization controls, but infrastructure is taken care of by Porter.
Thank you so much for coming in and sharing your experience today.
Of course, thank you for having me.